Alrighty, it is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It is Craig Harris, the black man in the green chair. How are we doing this Saturday evening? Hopefully, it is cooled off in your sector from the East Coast to the left coast. What is happening? What is happening? So, what is going on right now? There was a debate on another channel, and I just went over there to watch the debate. And one of these a guy in there was trying to get at me, and so I invited him on here today. Right now, 8 o'clock. The reason why there's a question mark is because he wasn't 100% sure. Man's got a family. I get that. And so we're here waiting on him to come into the chat. Once he comes into the chat, I will leave I'll put the link in the description of the chat. He can join from there, and then he can go ahead and make his case. So, but if he doesn't, he won't be the first person off that chat room to say I'm a this and I'm a that, and then have an open invitation and then not do it. So he was saying, let's do it on Monday. It's like, no, he was trying to negotiate. Well, if I win, you can do this. I mean, again, the man said I was a liar and a fraud. So I'm waiting on him, but we can talk about some gaming. So everybody that's over there in the chat, shout out to all you all. This wasn't planned. Wasn't planned, not going to be set up, everyone debating tonight. Well, I mean, again, Obadiah, what happened was I was listening to probably that same debate you listened to. I won't say whose it was, but shout out to everybody in that chat and everything like that and on that debate. But so I'm in the chat listening, seeing if who's making a good point, whatever. And a couple guys in the chat ran their mouths, and one guy was like, "Well, let's chat. Let's go ahead and I said, debate me. If you think I'm a liar, you think I'm a fraud, come and debate me." And he said something about doing it Monday. And I'm like, dude, there are no negotiations between lions and men. Let's just come on and do it. What I would do is, and again, a man with a family. That's why I put a question mark. That's no knock on him. I get having a man with a family. I heard I was listening to some of that, Mr. 90. And it is what it is. And so, but I'm waiting, that's all I can do. And it is short notice. And if he shows up, he shows up. But we spent the day, I don't know. I mean, I haven't, wasn't okay. Well, I mean, I didn't listen to the whole thing. So, but when you're, the bottom line with the debate is that you're always going to have somebody try to impose what they think is better. So, and they can't do it. They can't do it because in this generation, Sony has sold over 60 million consoles, and they maybe have sold 27 million. Now, they have sold 27 million more of anything that I'll sell, but nevertheless, they got their balls kicked this time. So, well, I mean, again, I'm never going to say nobody has valid points. What you don't get to do is you don't get to make up because it's what you want. All the Xboxes are better online. Again, based on what? Okay, they both go down. I mean, God knows they both been hacked, unfortunately. And it's getting to a point where they got nothing else. And shout out to the Xbox guys who have said that. What else do they have? So they're lashing out. Lashing out at developers, lashing out at other guys in the Xbox community. So I don't spit documented facts. Yeah, I mean, well, he called me a liar and a fraud, so here I'm waiting on him. And again, I put a question mark because he said he is a man with a family, and and I'm not going to disrespect that. So I'm not going to disrespect that. Man with a family is a man with a family. So well, it's what they can say better online, Obadiah. The point is that's an opinion. I mean, I don't know, but I just activated my PSN today. So, and I haven't had PSN in a minute. So, you don't think he'll show? Hopefully he does. I mean, if he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't want anybody to say that he didn't have an opportunity. He wanted to do it Monday night. I'm like, nah, there is no negotiations. Either he'll show up or he won't show up. You don't get to run your mouth and then not back it up. So I'm here. I told him he can come in anytime he wanted to, but if he doesn't show up in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to start playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, hopefully with J-Dub and maybe with shout out to J-Dub and Supersonic Wolf. Hopefully we can get on that. So, and start playing that. So we'll have to wait and see, but we'll just have to wait and see if the guy comes in. Like I said, he's following me on Twitter. I followed him back. So that was good. So I'm just waiting on this, so, but I love it. Okay. I love it. So here we go. I am waiting on him. But so me and shout out to J-Dub, we were playing friggin' Elite Dangerous like all day. Like we started about 3 o'clock and we played till about 6. And we were trying to find each other on the map and we couldn't do it. Even though we finally got to the same system, we couldn't find each other on that map. So or in the game. So I don't know if that's something we have to go back and do or reset up. So I have to try it again. So, so shout out to everybody it is short notice. And it's, what else did one of them say in there? Well, you have a small channel, nobody cares. Well, I mean, I like my small channel. So, one of them said that. It's sad. So we're waiting, but that was my day. Was there any more gaming news today? Because really, I was playing that game online. Let me see if we can pull up some stuff here. Joining, and like I said, this will be short. And even if he comes in, I said we can just do it 8 till 9. Because I get it. He's a man with a family. He's got a child. I can appreciate that. Family first. So, but I don't want him or the other guy to ever say they didn't have an opportunity to come in. So let's see what's happening. What's going on with let's go to Xbox gaming news. How they ended their day today. To finish them off. But like I said, I mean, it's amazing I can't believe how stupid they are. So, yeah, you playing Lawbreakers? Now, J-Dub said he's really enjoying that, and I want to bring him on like next week to maybe Monday after the beta closes to get his opinion on it, because I'm not playing the game. So I want him to come on and, give his opinion, unadulterated opinion on the game. So, so it is smooth. Okay. Or surprise. Is it like Paladins and Overwatch? Is it in that mode, or how do you think it is? Aspect. Just asking, because again, I'm not going to play it. I don't play those type of games. My next shooter, I guess if you want to call it that I plan on getting is the Battlefront game, which again, you're going to be shooting in that, but it's Wolfenstein. I'll be getting the Wolfenstein game. So consoles and third-party games. Well, again, the problem with best is that it's subjective. So, so that's that. What is best is subjective, and I can't impose what I want. What I think is best is not going to be what you think is best. So, no payload, but characters have a bit. Okay, all right. Well, again, yeah, that's cool, I guess. Now, not having a payload, how is that working? Does that seem to work better for this type of game there, Mr. Gameplays? What do you think? So, I mean, I have PSN, and I will be able to. So now, I mean, I haven't had anything linked to PSN in months, because I do not game online. So, because I got other stuff I'm doing. So, but so I'm not a real good aficionado. Here's what I know about PSN and Xbox Live. They both get hacked. They both go down for maintenance. Sometimes they both go down for no reason at all. So so to me, that sounds the same. That's all I can say. That sounds the same. You're looking forward to Madden 18. Okay. Yeah, I'm forward to it too. I'll be buying it. I forgot that comes out right around my birthday. So so like I said, I'll get Madden before I get the Uncharted game, because I'm not going to be trying to solve those puzzles on Uncharted. So yeah, it is what it is. Oh, how come this one? Okay, so here we go. So let's go to Xbox X News. Let's see if anything Google comes up. So, okay, now this is just coming in. Xbox X has a port of. I'm just pulling it up right now. Okay, export of Killing Floor 2 took 4 hours of programming effort. Will run 1800p. Now we discussed that earlier, but this is just something that Newen just is now reporting. So I guess it's now confirmed, double confirmed. So you know how that goes. So yeah, Madden. Yeah, I don't know who to use on Madden. So I may use Green Bay or something like that. So yeah, I agree. I think the NFC East is arguably the best division, arguably. So the AFC West, though, may be a little bit better than what people are thinking. And so the NFC West. What happened is 4K 60 FPS? I have no idea. I mean, again, I agree with you. Like I said, that thing is going to do a little bit more. So Washington, all right, I don't use the word Redskins, but I got you, Obie-John. Yeah. Then who Washington, did the quarterback, did he ever sign a long-term deal, or did they franchise him again? Yes, Titanfall 2 is worth $20. Absolutely. Matter of fact, you all know my mode. If it's $29.99 and below, go ahead and buy it. Especially Titanfall 2, games like that, longevity. So, yeah, I definitely would buy it. Definitely. So where the game's at. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't disagree with you. Look, Phil Spencer said games are coming 2 to 3 years from now. So, they franchised him again? Okay. So, damn, that's what, 3 straight years in a row they franchised him? They won't give it. How many times are they allowed to franchise? Does anybody know? Okay. Okay, well, they're merging it. Okay, well, did he have a source for that? Again, this is what the first thing, what was his source on that? I mean, I'm not saying that he's wrong, but what was his source on that, Spartan? Did he leave a link in the description on where we can look at that story? I mean, again, if they are, they are. They are. That's fine, but it is what it is. So, yeah, man, I want to get Obie-John to come on to the podcast. He's a cool guy. I've been a fan of his work for a while. So, yeah, PS5, that's a smart move. Yeah. I mean, again, now, do you think there'll be a PS5, or do you think they have another SKU sitting there for another PS4? So, Killing Floor Dev said they tried to push 4K native. It killed frame rate, so it's 1800p. Yeah, okay. I mean, again, I think a lot of people are understanding that. So I guess that I guess what that engine is CPU heavy as well. But remember, guys, we were talking about this a couple nights ago, when a lot of these games that are going to be running these newer engines, once the engines get queued up, they're going to be, that's what they're going to be doing. You're going to see a lot more CPU heavy games again. So like back in the day. So see, the Killing Floor Dev said when they tried to, Sony broke is another thing. Xbox boys say, but Spider-Man Home and Banking for Sony. Yeah, and understand that deal, Sharon, is that Sony is keeping all that money. They're keeping all that money. As far as the box office, Marvel's getting the toy stuff, all the toy stuff. They're getting that, and because Spider-Man's on the screen, it helps Marvel. It does help Marvel sell comic books of Spider-Man. So that's the reality of that deal. So Bungie did say PS4 is coming, but okay. So, well, yeah, PS4 is coming. You mean PS5? Think they'll ever bring back Crysis? I don't know. Crysis Crisis 3 did not sell that well. I'm not here. I mean, you know, I don't know if the game is good or bad. I know it just didn't sell well. So, and I know that engine, it's called the Cry engine. It was a cry. It was making people cry. Apparently, it's real hard to code for. So, Xbox needs games now. I don't disagree with you, Mr. 809, but understand they're not going to do that, okay? They are banking on multi-plat games to carry them for the first year or two. So, I mean, Sony banked on a lot of the indie games. So you can't really, I mean, I can understand that, but I agree with Jay Fonzarelli. Shout out to my boy Jay Fonzarelli. Shout out to that. Shout out to him. I agree with him. I think that them doing that is a risk because you're putting somebody else's hands in your pot, so to speak. So, but we'll have to wait and see. So, lazy cause killing floor again. That's we'll have to wait and see how that rolls. So, are the devs lazy? That's part of the problem. Is you have people who don't know anything about developing games, saying developers are lazy. That's kind of why I say you got to check who you're getting your information from. That's what I mean by that. Okay. So Xbox missed a sweet spot for games. Xbox's whole problem this whole generation has been the price. So again, they made didn't they make over $1 billion? So they're fine financially. Xbox is fine, but they're going to get most of their income in from those services. And again, that's what their president wanted. He said, quote, I see Xbox becoming a service. Okay. And that's exactly what we got. So Crytek engine. Okay. I think the first party devs are hyping the Xbox as they should. Okay. So, you know, the Xbox, you know, they're hyping the games as they should be hyping the games. Let's see if any Sony news broke here. All right, we're at the 10-minute mark. I'm gonna wait 10 more minutes for him because I'm a fair man. So, dear man, it is what it is. So let me see here. Let's type in PlayStation news. And with the price thing, I mean, again, I did not like it. I'm on record. That price going up is bullshit. That is what it is. So right now, I mean, on Google, I'm just Googling this. There's no PlayStation news. Let's see if we got any more. Let's type in Hellblade. Let's see if we got any Hellblade news. From Ninja Theory, Hellblade. Okay. We got the official trailer. You can watch 10 minutes of it. And from videogamer.com, here's some breaking news on Hellblade. PS4, okay, we do this. PS4 owners can choose 60 FPS or enhanced resolution. So what do you all think about that? Do you all think developers letting people, make, you know, do you all think that's a good idea for developers to make it a 60 FPS or give you graphics? Or do you want both? Do you as a gamer want both, or do you like having that choice? So, well, I know I'm going to give him 10 more minutes because I started at like 8:02, so he's got till 32. Again, him and that other guy, I love it. I mean, he was saying things like, well, if I win the debate, you got to shut down your podcast. I'm like, look, if you have a disagreement, you're more than welcome to come on like everybody is. Make demands, you know, Lions, you know, I don't make the, you know, I don't know, this is my podcast. So if you're going to say things, you're going to have to prove them. And what he'll do is he'll try, I mean, I don't know what he'll do. So, but he can come on in whenever he wants to make an open podcast. Let me see if they're going to get, let me give a shout out real quick to, my main man, J-Dub City. Okay, let me see if he wants to Ghost Recon Wildlands. So And let me see if he wants to play that online. Let me see if he can pick a time. If he says, if he says 8 o'clock Central Time. So here we go. Okay. Know this. All right, so I just tweeted him. So we're going to find out how that goes. So, but if he says it won't be. If he says 9 o'clock his time, that's 10 o'clock my time. So I'll open it up. Okay. So, well, I mean, do you as gamers? But let me ask you all: do you all think that it's a good idea for us? So J-Dub's all right, 10 minutes. So that's cool. That's right on the cusp of when this is supposed to be done. So yeah. So 60 should be an option to be standard. I mean, again, I understand that because if you have a 4K TV, you're upscaling to 4K. So, whatever you got on your screen. So, but yeah, if he doesn't show, all right, let me tell you my PS4 Pro story because y'all are going to get a kick out of this. All right. So, because he may not show, but this will be on the record for everybody. So, me and my girl, we go ahead and move in together. And when you move in together, you ultimately get 2 of the same thing. You may get 2 toasters, 2 microwaves, stuff like that. We ended up with hey Wolf, what's happening? Hey Wolf, if you've got well, what happened, Wolf, was this real quick. I was watching another debate, and this other cat was in the chat room talking mouth. So I'm like, okay, bro, look, if you think I'm this and that, you can come on and we're going to do a debate tonight. We can do it at 8 o'clock. And he's a man with a child. And shout out to Supersonic Wolf. Congratulations again. But he's supposed to show up. And I put a question mark, not questioning his loyalty or anything, but questioning because he said he wasn't 100% sure. So, but it is what it is. He can come on in here. I told him once he came into the chat, I would put the link in the chat and he could just come on. So I've been waiting for almost a half hour. So I'm giving him till like 8:32. He's got 6 more minutes, like Dougie Fresh. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. So he's got 6 minutes. So, all right, but let me tell you my pro story. So we move in and send you a link. All right, that's fine. And yeah. Now, hey, who wants to play Wildlands? Hold on, let me hit up J-Dub, tell him I'm going to send you a let me make sure I got everybody here. I'm just typing it in at what we're about to do, Wolf. Let's see here. Where are you at on my? There you are. I couldn't find you on here, man. All right, here we go. So, la, 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 la. Here we go. So, copy. And here we go. All right, Wolf, I'm sending it right now, my brother. I just sent it to you, Wolf. I'm going to send one to J-Dub City, too. Jump on. There we go. In case he wants to jump on. So there we go. Because he can tell us about Lawbreakers because he's been playing it. So. But all right, so my pro story, let me get back to this. All right, so we had ended up with like 2 or 3 Blu-ray players. So I had a regular PS4 at the time. And somebody there? Damn, already. Are we hitting it? So let me finish my general of PlayStation has entered.
Yo, what's up? What's
chat?
What's
man?
up, Craig, man?
What's happening, man, brother?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, congratulations, my brother, on your announcement there. Congratulations.
Oh no. Like this, people been knowing about this. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a few weeks left now until it goes down. You know, in case
Uh-huh.
those of you on the chat don't know, I'm about to have my second child, man. So pretty excited and pretty nervous at the same time, man. So if you're a
Yeah, man.
father, you know what the deal is, man.
So again, congratulations and
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
best day of your life. Telling you that. You know that already, though, my brother. You know that already. So I'm
Oh,
here
you
telling
will be.
my pro story. So, me and my girl, we moved in and we get, like Wolf, you know this shit. You get two of something, three of something. And but nevertheless, we had a two Blu-ray players. We had mine and we had her. She had an older LG Blu-ray player. And it was acting up. It was sticking and shit like that. So, we go on the shop down for one, and we get to H.H. Gregg, which is now defunct, by the way, for all you all who don't know. And we walk in, and any purchase over $3.99, and if you apply for an H.H. Gregg card, they would give you 5% off, and then any purchase over $3.99, they gave you another 20% off. So we walk in, she sees, so we're immediately looking for something that's going to tip that price. You know what I'm saying? So she finds the PlayStation. She finds, she knows I already have a OG PlayStation, if you want to call it that. And that's what we end up getting. It's a purchase we both kind of make. And, we get the discount because, we get 25% off. That's the reason why there's a pro here. So I immediately, she was like, I said, look, that's another PlayStation, So, and she said, yeah, I want a Blu-ray in the bedroom and you can still have one in the living room. You know what I'm saying? So the pro comes in, I donate my PlayStation 4, my OG PlayStation 4 to Shriners Hospital here in Lexington, Kentucky. If anybody wants to believe me,
man.
Yeah, donate it to them. And I used to work there about 5 years ago, but donated it to them. So now we just have the pro, and so after, and I already knew that it played games and stuff like that, but I didn't know when we got it home, until we got it home, you look at the back of the box of the pro, it had Mass Effect Andromeda on there. I'm like, well, that's cool. Why do they have Mass Effect Andromeda on the back of this box? Because that game has always been associated with Xbox, talking about Mass Effect.
Well, when they unveiled the Pro back last year, August time, they showed Mass Effect. They were demoing that whole Mass Effect Andromeda thing. So from that moment on, I kind of realized that they have some kind of rights to it, as far as advertisement goes. But one thing I want to ask you, Craig, this debate, because I just tuned in a little late. So when I tuned in late, I heard you talking about some kind of debate that you were going to have with somebody. So that's why I told you send me the link. I could moderate the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fair guy.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and if he showed up, which it doesn't.
And what was the debate about, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. There was another debate tonight on another channel, and in that chat, he was saying some stuff. He was like, "You're a liar. You're a fraud. Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Well, if I'm all these things, you can come on to my own podcast and go ahead and go ahead and expose me. Go ahead,
Facts.
And so he was like, I forget. He said he's got a kid, which is cool. And he said he may not be able to do it tonight. I'm like, no, you're going to. I said, no, you're going to make accusations. You now get to come and back up your accusation. I mean, I'll hit mute, talk, And so I'm like, I'm going to start at 8:00 Eastern time. And you don't. And he followed me on Twitter. I followed him back. So I thought everything was cool, but if he don't show, he would be the second guy out of that chat room to debate me, and he didn't show up.
So in other words, he's been ducking you. That's what he's been doing.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he's ducking me, but he's not here. I'll never accuse somebody of ducking me.
Yeah, but the thing is, you cannot, but you have every reason to say that he's ducking you because he's going around calling you a fraud and a liar and everything. You know what I mean? You don't call people fraud and then don't back it up. You know what I mean? You got to back it up.
I don't disagree. So I'm like, all he had to do, I'm like, look, if you don't even want me to send you the link, just come into the chat room and I'll put the link in the chat. Then he can just hit it and then he can come on in. So I tweeted him that, and he actually tweeted me a like or whatever you do on Twitter. So, but he can come on, and I'm not dissing. If he comes on, he comes on.
No, we can keep it respectful. We can,
keep it real,
respectful.
But he can come on in here and get the work. I mean, I'm not, I'm
Craig,
good.
How you gonna debate against facts, man? Come on now.
No, I don't know.
The people have spoken.
But what was it about, though? It was a debate.
I don't know. Well, my pro. Okay, so apparently my pro, when we bought the pro, and it was more her than me. So we go ahead and get the pro. So now we have the pro in the house, and I'm like, all right, we got the pro in the house. I'm gonna go ahead and get, I'll go ahead and throw around on this Xbox. So, and so I ended up, I got myself an Xbox One S through my means. I won't go into how, but I got me an Xbox One S. And so now we have two. I got both. I'm happy, And now we were able to get a 4K TV for the bedroom. So I flipped it. Like I was telling J-Dub, I got the Pro in the living room now on the other TV, and we got the other TV here. 1080p TV to my mom. And she still had the old TV, So yeah. So we're good. So you can't debate facts, but apparently that's a big deal.
No, but
apparently I bought the Pro for.
But here's the thing: I still don't understand what was the debate about. I know
I don't know. I'm a liar and a fraud. That I bought the Pro, even though I didn't really buy it. She was the one who really wanted a new Blu-ray player.
No, whether you bought it or whether your girlfriend or your wife bought it,
the Pro was bought.
Doesn't really matter. You have it.
Yeah,
so that's all.
I agree. Yeah, the Pro. Apparently, the Pro was bought so I could play games in higher resolution. That's why I got the Pro. Even though the only game I really was fiending for was Mass Effect, and the best version of that game.
But why does he care? Why does he care whether or not you have a Pro? That's just weird to me, bro.
Bro, I got you. And look, you got cats on that chat saying I need to see people gamers tags and all this kind of stuff. And it's just it's nonsense. But hey, look, it is what it is. That's who they are. These are the same cats that are attacking Cliffy B, and stuff like that. So, I'm waiting on him. I'm with you, brother.
I've had people, Craig, calling me a fraud, calling me a liar, calling me a cheat and everything like that. I had people saying I cheat on my wife.
Damn.
Like people say crazy shit on the internet.
I know.
Even though I'm about to get 20 platinums now on PlayStation.
Damn.
I'm about to reach level 16 in under 8 months, but I'm a fraud. I had over 100K on Xbox, but yet I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a word that people go around using, but in front of your face, I could guarantee you for a fact, they would not call you a fraud to your face.
Well, I know this is this chance to.
There would half of these clowns like on YouTube will never call me a fraud to my face, and I could guarantee you that.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I know, but real quick,
it's just a common word people just love using on the internet. That's all it is, man. Look, you have a Pro, and I'm happy for you, and I know you're going to be enjoying more of that greatness on the Pro Enhanced mode on some of these games.
Yeah,
just enjoy it. What is it to debate over? You got a Pro, and that's it.
I got you, bro. I don't disagree with you,
No, it's not you. It's just like what other people are saying about you. It makes no sense. It don't add up.
I got you, bro. I know, but I mean, I'm waiting to be exposed. I'm here scared to death. I got my drink here. I'm sitting here shaking in my boots, shaking in my clothes, and I don't have my boots on. So, but Kratos, you're playing Lawbreakers, you said.
Yes, sir.
This real quick. I know you haven't spent a ton of time on it. Can you just kind of? One guy said it was really smooth and stuff like that. What are some of the things that you've observed? Some of the things you like and some of the things you don't like. This is kind of a skipping the rock over the surface. I know you haven't played it a lot.
Yeah. Well, graphics are top notch. That's one thing about it. Once you boot the game up and you see the guys frozen in mid-air and they're kind of moving around slightly, you can tell that that they're really, they really boosted the resolution and the frames and just the graphical fidelity on that. So shout out for Cliffy B for that. It's a full AAA title to me, graphic wise, gameplay wise. If you played Overwatch or Unreal Tournament, you know what to expect. I love the anti-gravity portions of the game, of some of the maps that throw you in the air and you can kind of go around. One thing about it is fast pace, which I enjoy. I love that. Ton of variety. You got guys with some knives, obviously with guns, grenade launchers and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do is I got me a Elgato. I'm going to record some footage and kind of talk over it a little bit later. And so you guys can see some, uncompressed, full footage from the PC.
Nice.
Wow. Now the PC, that's next month, right? August 28th.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's in when is it?
Yeah,
is it now?
The 8th.
I'm sorry. Scratch that. My mistake. Destiny 2 is August 20th. I'm sorry. I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm a fraud. I'm sorry.
You're
exposed.
Can I just chime in for a moment? Can I just chime in for a moment? Before my PlayStation 4 kind of fucked up on me, right? I played the Lawbreakers beta too, man. And one thing I gotta say, bro, man, the graphics look absolutely incredible, man. It's top notch. I know Kratos just said that it's like AAA style, like the quality is AAA, and I would say, yeah, the quality is AAA, but it's not really a full game. It's kind of like Titanfall 1. Which only had multiplayer. It didn't really have a full-blown campaign. But for what it is, it's a really fun game. It has plenty of modes. Mm-hmm. It's very fast-paced. It's so damn fast. Like, the abilities in the game. Like, you have all these different classes. You have, like, the assassin, where you could just do crazy shit with the assassin. And, you have the Titan and everything like that, where you just have nothing but, rocket launchers and everything. And then you have then you just have the regular soldiers with the assault rifles and everything. But it has variety when it comes down to weaponry and everything. It's a really good game, really fun. I know a lot of people compare it to Overwatch, but I think it's kind of different to Overwatch.
Okay.
It's not exactly the same. It's just you could fly in the sky and do all kinds of crazy epic shit, And that's what I like about the game. But I wouldn't really call it AAA, but I'll call it AAA quality.
Well, the reason I call it AAA is because it really all depends on what you define. People think of AAA, well, it's a big budget platform. It's being advertised all over the world and stuff like that. That would be considered AAA. But the fact that you got a game like Overwatch, one of the best-selling games this year and last year, it's in esports. Everybody knows it. It's killing things. It doesn't have a single player. Titanfall 1 didn't have a single player. And a ton of other games don't have a single player, such as the Unknown Players Battlegrounds, which is one of the top games that's selling right now. Everybody's into it. Doesn't have a single player.
But it's not a retail game though, Lawbreakers. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Cliffy B, shout out to him. He explained it. He was like, "Look, I can charge you guys half the price by not taking this and running it through retail. I can give, directly from me to you, and we can save you some money. You guys can enjoy the game." And I actually wish more companies would go and do that.
Facts. Wow. Well, I mean, how much is he charging for it?
$30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit. I may end up buying that then. That's cool.
Here's the thing. Like, we got Hellblade coming real soon, and I look at that. Yeah. It looked like a AAA quality game. Like, I saw gameplay. I was just mind blown, like, with the gameplay and like what you can do and how it looks and the way it plays. It don't look like an indie to me. And if that's an indie game, then a lot of AAA devs have to step their game up, man. Because indie developers are on the rise right now, yo.
Yeah, but let me ask you, Wolf. Now that's got a mode on there where it'll let you do 60 FPS or you have enhanced, I think, graphics. So, what do you think that's a good idea for developers to, say?
Of course, man. Give us the freaking option, man. I want 1080p 60, or 4K 30, man. I like having the option. I had the option with Neo, and I enjoyed it. I played it in 1080p 60. I just prefer the 60 frames, but at least give us that kind of option. And I hope like more developers come forward and do this. I know we're not going to get it on big games like Destiny or whatever, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
At least the indie devs out there are trying,
Yeah, and I'm buying Hellblade. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And like I said, I didn't realize I thought Madden came out like for some reason at the end of August. It comes out. I mean, I'm gonna buy that instead of Uncharted because I'm not gonna be able to solve the Uncharted puzzles anyway. So I mean, I have to wait for somebody to solve those so I can watch. So, but are you all gonna get the Uncharted game? That game's looking pretty nice too.
For sure, man. I mean, that's a day one.
Yeah, I got
you. That looks far more interesting to me than any Uncharted I've seen, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm not even an Uncharted guy, but after seeing this Uncharted game with Chloe, I'm definitely it's very enticing to say the least.
I like that word, enticing. Yeah. Well, it's 45. I don't think he's going to show up. So there's I was able to get my hands on that on Wildlands Kratos. If you
man,
if you want to try to get down on that. So
definitely, man. Let's do some casual stuff.
Yeah, so we'll be casual gamers. I'll hide in the bushes and fraud while you take on all the But Wolf, if you're not busy, man, if you got it, if you want to jump on, please, the more the merrier.
I'll definitely jump on, but I don't have it. Nah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's I just went out and kind of squares it up. So, they're saying shame on me. Hey, I don't solve puzzles in games. It takes me out of the flow of the game. I've explained that. Give me my weapon, give me my objectives, and let me go do the objectives,
Damn.
So Talia, so I guess if you want to join us, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just not a puzzle guy.
So it looks like this guy is not going to show up, whoever he is.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, like
cool.
I said, he's the second person out of that chat who did not come on. It's easy to be a keyboard warrior, but then when you're actually faced with a grown ass man, in a green chair with a big green drink, it's a little bit different. So. But we could say all we want to. So, but you're right, Iron Wolf. I don't like well, you know what? You're right. I got to look at it more on how you said it. That was good. That was good advice. You can't give two fucks what people say, but I always want to give somebody an opportunity to hang themselves. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to follow the way you do it. I think that's a little bit better way to go. So, that's
definitely.
good advice. Good advice. I appreciate it. So, well, I mean, gentlemen, anything else? We'll just jump on off here and start playing some games. So,
yeah, man, happy gaming.
Yeah, God forbid. So, yeah, Kratos, just hit me up and Talioso, if you want to play, we'll be on here shortly, provided everything works out over here. So I may end up frauding and not doing it at all. So, but check it out, man, Kratos. How long were we on Elite Dangerous today? Like 2.5 hours, and we still
man, we was on there for a while. I was Craig. He was in a whole another solar system, and I trying to get to me, and I'm just learning. So I'm trying to get my hyperdrive and everything going, and but we had fun though. I'm
fun, man.
Still learning, man. Still learning. But once I finally got those, jump drives going, the hyperdrive, and was able to jump, man, it's a big experience.
Yeah. I bought a new ship. It's like having a whale. It's terrible, but I can make some good money on him. So that's what I'm talking about. Get money, get all those ships, and start having fun, start exploring. I want to explore the nether regions of the galaxy. So
definitely.
Yeah. But all right, guys, man, Wolf, thanks for jumping on. And I appreciate you wanting to moderate. And something else breaks at another date, you're definitely more than welcome. And, bro, you need to come back on anytime you want to. You feel me? I know you're busy.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Just let me know, man, and I'm there. Yeah. I would love to moderate this debate if it does go down in the near future, man. So do let me know, man.
I will. So this is Kratos. And I, somebody in the chat want to know when's the next Greatness podcast?
The next Greatness podcast. I do want to apologize to anyone on the chat that wanted to see one this week. I've been real busy lately because you know what's going down with me. But maybe sometime next week, man. We'll probably just catch up with what we missed out on, and
maybe Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. We'll get something together, man.
Yeah, probably Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday will be the perfect day. We'll probably have news as well to talk about during then. So, yeah, do watch out for the Greatness Podcast, episode 27.
Bam.
Yeah, man, we come a long way, yo.
Well, I mean, y'all brothers are doing a good job. You're keeping it gaming, keeping it factual, and that's all we can do. Just be who we are. I love it, though.
Yeah, well, I know there's going to be somebody out there. They're going to be calling it the Fraudness Podcast or something like that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna change my ship in Elite Dangerous. It was used to be called. It's called 6 T-Flops. I changed it to Jack Reacher one time. I'm going to name it the Fraud. That's going to be the name of my ship. It's going to be Craig the Fraud. Coming at you. So
yeah, just embrace it though. You know what I'm saying? It'll just make it more funnier that way, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start having fun with it. Yeah, I'm over here frauding. So yeah. But all right then. Well, Kratos, man, this hit me up on that when you're ready to set that up, my brother. And
all right.
I'll jump in. I'm a PSN novice though. Like I said, today's my first. Well, when we first get the PlayStations, you get 14 days of PS. It was something like that. That's like really the last time I had it. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, it's all good. Well, we'll get ready to jump on it here in a few, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll live stream it or something like that. Make it fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wolf, man, thanks for coming on, and brother, good luck with that. Hope that turns out real safe for you and your family. Blessings to you all. If I don't talk to you, definitely in my prayers, you and your family, and just that's going to be a great day for you guys. And Kratos, I'll see you in a few, and everybody in the chat. Sorry there was no debate. So I tried. This is 1, 2. This is my 3rd debate I tried to have here, but
yeah,
it's the Price is Right lose song. So I'm good. So easy to be a keyboard warrior, hard to take on a lion in front of you. So, but all right then. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you all coming on. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks you. This has been Craig's Corner. Technically it was a Porch Light podcast. So, and again, thank you two brothers for coming on, jumping on. I know you all were busy, and so the mom has turned on the porch light, and it's time for Craig to go into the house. So, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me in the chat. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining me. Peace out.
Take care.